talking about measurements for your crochet cardigan. For this, you'll need a sweater that you like the fit of and a fabric tape measure, a pen, and a little notebook to draw everything down. You can tell I'm not an artist, I'm a crochet artist. Start off by laying out your sweatshirt as flat as possible. Measure the widest bit, write that number down for yourself. From the bottom of the hem at the bottom to the top of the collar, we're going to take that number. Now it's time for the sleeves. So you're going to start off by measuring from the armpit, the little corner there, all the way to the top. Write down that number. Measure from this seam here to the top of the cuff, right there. You're going to write down that number. You're going to measure the cuff and just how long that is. When you're done, you should have a little picture like this. And that'll help you later on when we have to plan out how many squares you'll need for your cardigan. Hey loves! Today we're talking about the next step in your crochet cardigan. If you haven't already, you're going to need your measurements. So click this comment, I'll take you to the video where I show you how to get those measurements that you'll need right now. The main number you're going to need is the width of the sweater that you measured in the last video, because that will be the width of your cardigan that you'll be making. We are going to be talking about the two front panels and the back panel. We're not actually making squares. We're actually just going to be making 5 long rectangles that we are going to sew together instead of making 50 plus squares that we will have to sew together. I just don't enjoy sewing. I'm going to go ahead and cut to me and my awesome drawing skills and let you guys know how to get the measurement for each of your square. I'm starting by drawing the back panel and the 2 front panels, just so you know what I'm referencing. We're not actually working on them separately. We're gonna take the width of our sweater we measured and divide that by 5. I'm gonna get 5.6. Here I'm labeling the 5 different columns of color. But just for like the sake of my OCD, I guess I changed that to 5.5. And so our blocks of color are going to be 5.5 each. And now I'm going to plan out my color rotation. So this, I'm starting with cream, brown, cream fleck, brown fleck, and then I work those in a diagonal and I map them out throughout the rest of my little blueprint. So as I'm making each long rectangle, I'll know what color comes next. I forgot to mention each one of those columns, 1, 2, 4, and 5, are going to be double the length you measured in the last video. That middle column, that will be essentially like the other side of your neck, is going to be just that measurement long. Hopefully that makes sense. So now you know all the information you need to go ahead and start working on your rectangles. You're essentially going to be working on one of those columns as a long rectangle individually. So like the first column, you're going to have those colors and work up. If you already know what to do, you can go ahead and get started and just keep changing colors every little square. I'm going to be using half double crochet. That's what I used in my last sweater. If you're still a little confused, don't worry. I'm going to have another video out on how to actually measure your width and work up the colors, how to change colors. So stay tuned for those videos. But if you have any other questions, make sure you leave them down in the comments. Let's talk patchwork cardigan sleeves. Now these sleeves are actually very simple because they're just a combination of a couple rectangles, then sewed together and cinched in with a cuff. So today we're not talking about the cuff of the sleeve, we're just talking about the main portion of the sleeve is a tuck point that I like to remeasure. Here I have 2 of the body panels up against my neck, and I take my tape measure, I slide it in between my thumb, and I measure that space that's left. This is the diagram for the whole cardigan. Following along, you know that we've been working these body pieces as 5 long rectangles. A good rule of thumb is that we want these rectangles for the sleeves to be 4 long. Depending on the measurement you get, you're gonna make either 2 or 3. It also is personal preference. When I made my green patchwork cardigan, I only used 2 of these 4 rectangles. I hope this makes sense. So I opted for 2, and then I just made a longer cuff to compensate. As an example, I have this here. So this is essentially what you're gonna be making. In a separate video, I'll show you how to plan out so you know what colors you'll need in each one of these sleeve rectangles. But essentially, just you can see how they drape over and they'll come nice like that. Also in a separate video, we'll go over cuffs. But for now, you'll need anywhere from 4 to 6 of these. When it comes to the cuff of the sleeve, you're gonna be able to make that anywhere from 1 inch thick to 3 inches thick. Like I said, I didn't want to add a 3rd panel because I was like venturing on the too long side for my sleeve length, and I didn't want it. I get like irritable. So I opted for a 3-inch cuff, but then only did 2 of these panels on the sleeve. As always, if you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments and I'd be happy to answer anything.